This is somebody who is feeling their emotions very heavily. They are kind of suffering from their own actions, okay, or lack of action. And I feel as though they're up at night. Oh, we've got the final judgment there as well. We're up at night, not being able to sleep, missing you, thinking about what went on, heartbroken, still holding on to you energetically. So we've got a lot going on here with a person that maybe at one time fulfilled you, but it became overwhelming for you. I don't think you knew where you stood because it shows everything was up in the air. Maybe this person walked away from you. Maybe you called time on this. Either way, this person is now feeling the effects of their actions and it's not sitting comfortably. I feel as though this is a woulda, shoulda, coulda situation, okay? So they're probably wishing they were more balanced in this connection, wishing they hadn't put the situation in limbo where you didn't know whether you were coming or going, because now that is them. They can't move on. They can't go back. They're stuck in a spot, reminiscing about the good times, reminiscing about all the kind of enjoyment you two had together, all the good conversations, good times. And now they're kind of realizing that they were the problem. They wanted independence. They wanted to prioritize themselves. They wanted to put themselves first and not like kind of try and understand your needs and your wants. You were very up and down in this. I think at times it was good. And it was a strong connection, but this person cannot come back from what they have done. We have had a fallout of some sort or a conflict of some sort, and off the back of that, you've grown and they've not. They're a little bit immature in comparison to you. Okay, so that could be proving quite difficult for you to kind of cope with, or it was quite difficult, but definitely either they've gone or you've gone, and now we've got change. Now this person's had quite a bit of time to be alone and think about things. They're not so full of themselves. So you could say karma, but I think they have clarity now on what they had with you, and they're realizing that they made a big mistake here. But like I said, it's a shoulda, woulda, coulda situation that like they should have done more. They could have done more, but they didn't do more. They're looking to rekindle. Be mindful. They're still toxic. They're still in their own pattern. So it might be, yes, you find them attractive. Yes, you want them in your life, but you are so much more empowered now that it would be a step backwards for you. So just be careful. Deception was showing there just above. So I'm going to pull that out. Temptation, deception. Be careful. Know what you're going back into if you let this person back in. But for me, it looks as though you've moved forward. You actually also got both nines there. So you might have found some level of contentment and peace here that you don't want to let go of. So I wouldn't go back if I were you, but know that this person is suffering in silence. It doesn't necessarily show them reaching out, but the distance that is now between you is there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. You know, it could be a twin flame situation. Not always the healthiest. Be careful if you go back into this in letting your guard down and being vulnerable with this person.